Hey guys, I'm Dan Beals with Dan's Holloway, and let's talk about us raising prices, okay? So we did this at the beginning of April, and let's talk about some results that we've seen from a full month of raising our prices 20%. Let's talk about it now. Hey, if you like this content, make sure to follow us to get updates for everything that we're doing. We like to try to be as transparent as possible with our business. So let's address a few things here, okay? So the first thing, why did we raise prices? Okay, so raising prices it's a process in the business, okay? So we constantly need to be raising prices because one, we want to be more profitable as a business, and that's gonna make us be able to do things. We're gonna be able to invest in our business, we're gonna be able to get more employees, we're gonna be able to get better equipment. All the things that we need with business also comes with raising prices over time. Insurances, 401ks for your employees, offering insurance to your employees. Just in general, we want to try to be the best possible business we can. So the way that we did this in raising our prices is we started by just starting on April 1st, and then we also started a Facebook promotion where we were offering up to 20% off for our services, okay? That is how we started it. So everybody was getting 20% off, or a 20% increase, but we were offering some 20% off to try to step in to this new price increase, okay? So let's look at some of these things that of what has happened in the times, okay? So March, the day before, or the month before in March, we ended the month at 46,000, all right, just a little over. We did 171 jobs for the month. We had an average of $270 a job. And we also, which I didn't put up here, had 29 cancellations, okay? So what is the difference? What did we see? All the above. Did we get pushback? Whatever, okay? What happened? This is April of 2024. So this is what we saw. We had a total revenue of $62,369. We did 175 jobs, only 4 more than the previous month, with a massive jump in price, okay? So we had an additional nearly $20,000 and only 4 extra jobs, okay? We had the same amount of cancellations, 29. Our average sales skyrocketed to $356 a job, which is amazing, okay? So I wanted to be at 300, now I wanna be at 400 a job, okay? Let's keep it going, all right? We had 17 repeat customers, 5 client referrals, 24 from Facebook, 14 from Google, Furniture Row 23, Woodley's 26, Lazy Boy 41. We had a great April, okay? But it could have been better because I was complaining a lot through it, wanting more, okay? So now let's look at this in comparison to everything, okay? So some of the questions that I want to answer in this is, can we predict future revenue, okay? Does the growth support 3 trucks? And how do we decide, okay? I still want to talk a little bit more about this, okay? And then the little things that we saw, and we're gonna go over all this, okay? So stay tuned. So some of the questions that I had, and I'm sure that you have, is if I'm raising my prices, am I gonna have less customers? Am I gonna have less people calling? Am I gonna have less people wanting my service because I'm raising prices? One, they don't know you're raising prices, so the price is just the price, okay? 2, I didn't notice anything. I noticed no extra people canceling. I noticed no extra people not wanting the service, but it just continued. It's almost people didn't even flinch at the new prices. So does that mean that I can keep on raising prices? I'm sure we can, but we're gonna continue growing our business and getting better as we raise prices each time we do that. So in regards to the price, the people that have problems with the price are always gonna have problems with the price. Whether it's $150, $200, or $50, there's always gonna be a problem with the price. We've all heard that customer saying, what, you're not gonna take it for free? Your stuff is not payment, okay? So that's not the way it works. We are a paid service. We come in and provide exceptional service to take away your stuff, and then we try to keep it out of the trash, okay? But that's what we do, and that's how we try to do this. But this is what we're trying to deal with April. Did we see an increase in cancellations? Nothing. everything was the same. From the previous month to this month, they were very similar, okay? Here in Denver, my opinion is spring doesn't really kick in until Mother's Day, which is next week, okay? So the way that this works out here is spring is kind of weird. It's this transition period where it's kind of ugly, okay? It's still beautiful outside, but we're getting more snow, we're getting more rain, and it's March, April, okay? Constantly getting snow. You can get snow tomorrow if we needed to. And they tell you not to plant anything until Mother's Day for a reason. But all the mountains are still melting, all right? It's muddy, it's not as attractive, so we're not getting as much. People are still not fully just embracing the spring yet. And the last thing that I want to address, okay, in doing this promotion on Facebook, offering up to 20% off, how many times did I have to use it? Okay, that is a great question, because how many people called about it? How many people tried to call me out on it? How many people wanted the discount? 0. No one asked for it. No one mentioned it. No one asked, and no one, said, hey, I saw this. No, nothing. It was just the same. I heard nothing. No one mentioned anything about the discount. No one wanted the discount. I only offered a discount when I felt it was appropriate to where I can still get the customer. Now, just like what I said before, when the price is the price, if the problem is the price, it's the price, right? Whether it's 10% off or 50% off, they're still not gonna be happy, okay? So don't stick it to your pricing, okay? Have a 10% wiggle room that you can mess with, but don't be offering too big of discounts, okay? Let's get into the future here. Let's compare this year to last year's April, okay? So we had some major changes, okay? So this time last year, it was still just me and one other employee, and I was still on the trucks full time, okay? So let's look at the difference, okay? Last April, we only produced 19.5 in revenue, okay? That is a 219% increase to this year, okay? We did 84 jobs, which is a 108% increase to this year's 175, all right? We had 15 cancellations to our 29, which is only a 93% increase. Compared to the rest of the jump, that's really good, okay? I wanna try and reduce our cancellations the best we can. Average sale from 232 to 356, 53% increase. That's a big increase, okay? Repeat customers, okay? We went from 5 to 17, a 240% increase. Referrals up 67%, even though it's only 5, it's still up from last year, okay? Facebook, 500% increase. Google, there's a slight down. I don't know why. I do have more of an ad spend for Google at the moment than I did from last year, but regardless, I had a little bit of a decline for Google. Furniture Rose up 77%, Woodley's up 63%, Lazy Boy up 242%, okay? Our stuff is constantly growing. We are a business relationship business, okay? B2B, B2B2C, and we are wanting these businesses to refer us out. We are only building more and more trust, okay? And I don't think we've still hit our ceiling yet. I think we're still growing, and we're gonna have constant growth through this. But here's the big question. Can we predict our future revenue, okay? We're still such an early business, and we're still attacking everything so heavily. Are we gonna keep on increasing? Are we gonna increase at the rate that we saw last year? Is it gonna go slower? Is it gonna go faster? These are a lot of questions that are going through my mind, but I wanna try to predict it, okay? So if you've been watching my videos, you know that April, I was shooting for 80,000, not 62, okay? Now, I didn't hit my goal of 80,000, but I went from 46 to 62, okay? I think that's still a major improvement, okay? And we still have nothing but growth to go and be happening, okay? So now let's look at May of last year and see what we did different, all right? So last May, in comparison to 84 jobs, we did 97, okay? So that's a slight increase, okay? I'm talking about last.
It says April.
Last April to last May, okay? Sorry for the confusion. All right, we did 97 jobs and we had a little bit of an increase in revenue, okay? We had 14 cancellations and we averaged 223 a job, okay? But the thing is every month grows from there. We had a slight stagnation here from June to July, but then had another boost going into August, okay? So, are we gonna grow the same? That's my thought, okay? So my goal, if you've been watching this content, okay, you've been hearing me talk about this 80,000 mark that I wanna hit and this 120,000 mark that I'm trying to hit, okay? So I am trying to increase our revenue 50%. Sorry, that's the wrong number. I'm trying to grow our revenue 100% in the next couple months, okay? So by July, I'm trying to get this business to be producing $120,000 a month. Can we predict it? Is our trajectory going to be the same, okay? So we went from, in April of 23, 19.5 to August, basically 41,000, okay? That is a 100% increase in a short amount of time, okay? Now I'm trying to do the exact same thing over and over again, okay? So I just did a 50% increase from last month to this month, okay? But I want more, okay? And now it might sound a little bad, like when am I gonna be content with anything? But it's not about being content, it's about growing the business and setting goals that I'm looking forward to. They might be big goals, I might not hit these goals, but guess what? I'm setting huge goals to shoot for and I'm gonna hit them, okay? Whether I just miss my goals or not, it's still a huge increase, okay? So don't take them as failures because I'm still making more money. All right, so now let's get into the next question, okay? Does the growth support 3 trucks? So we did this growth. We went into 3 trucks for April, and in my opinion, it still doesn't support 3 trucks. I'm still only at 2 trucks. I'm only at 2 trucks worth of work, and I have 3 trucks and 3 crews. Now it's an investment, but it's hurting. It's really hurting. But am I in for growth? Is May gonna be more profitable than April? Is June gonna see more increase than May? So these are the things that I keep on thinking about. Do I need to take a step back? Do I need to go back down to 2 trucks, max everything out again, and then get back to 3 trucks? I don't know. Do I need to stick to my 3 trucks because I'm only gonna get busier in this month and I'm gonna be supporting 3 trucks? I'm still not there. You know, I started this week only at 2 trucks, but 3 trucks worth of guys. And it's back and forth. But these are questions that I have with my business. What do you have with yours, okay? Do I continue my investment of 3 trucks? How do I decide this? Okay, like a lot of this is just mainly what's in my pocket, okay? If I don't have the money to support it, I can't support it. But if I'm going to get growth, we're gonna see, okay? So do I think May is gonna be better than April? I do, but we're gonna have to see. All right, I'm really trying to stick to my guns here and keep on moving, but we're gonna try and hit some massive goals. We're gonna shoot for that $120,000 a month, and we're gonna keep on trying to grow and hit $2 million for this year. And it's gonna be a constant evolution, and you're gonna see the whole thing.